Preparing Merlin before we set off on a trip. Right, one of the other things to do is the tyres, and this is the plate. They actually say front and rear 79.5. I know a lot of people who sort of run them at 60, 65. Last time I did mine I set it to 70, I think it was. So that's what I'm going to do today, make sure they're all 70. Right, I had to purchase this little AA unit because the other one I had wouldn't get up to enough pressure.
So what is the pressure?
Well, the recommended is 79.5, I think. But I'm going to use 70.
Right, so why would you run it slightly lower?
Because a smoother ride. A bit slow, but it does get there, so it's alright. Cuts out automatically.
So you can't overdo it. You preset it to
Yeah.
And then
Yes, that's right, yeah.
How much was it? You might not remember.
I think it was under £30, I think.
Right, so that seems really good. So you get a torch. Oh, you bump your head.
Yes, an emergency torch as well.
So what are we up to now then?
Right, I'm just checking the water and oil.
Okay.
And the water, basically you don't need to open anything up because you've got a maximum and a minimum mark there.
So you can actually see it, can't you?
Yeah, if you did need to top it up, you have to take this little plastic off. There's some locking nuts there and pull it off.
Right.
And then you can undo this blue top.
Yeah, right under
And that's where you would top it up. But the important thing is you've got to top it up with the right antifreeze mixture with water. So it's best to have that ready mixed.
So why can't we go back to the old Fairy Liquid days that we used?
Fairy Liquid days?
For screen wash.
Well, that's something different, isn't it?
other washing up liquids are available.
That's that one.
Ah, that's that one. So this is...
That's the engine water.
Engine water.
The coolant for keeping it cool.
Right, okay.
This is the one for...
oh, so that's slightly easier to get to.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. So you don't have to take the van apart.
But this does come out a little bit to make it a little bit easier for filling.
So like there's a little funnel-y type thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of moves a bit as well.
Yeah.
If you need it to.
Anyway, I'm doing the oil now.
The oil,
so
right.
now the oil, you have to have the right one. Okay. It's the SAE OW-30. I was going to buy it. This is the Fiat one. I was going to buy an equivalent, but people told me that if I ever had a problem with the engine, I could void the warranty. So I would only buy the right one now.
Yeah. This reminds me of Harry Potter. Why?
Patronus. Right.
So that's the old dipstick coming out. Is it important for the engine to be cold when you do that?
Yes, yes. Not so much cold, it's got to be standing for quite a while.
Okie doke. So that you get an accurate reading.
Yeah.
Right. Hope I don't get a test on this at the end. So now you can actually see.
That's just over halfway.
Let's have a look.
So
So where do you
There.
measure? You measure there.
There.
Okay. And what would be full to the end?
This little gouge here, this little
So
mark
that
here.
tells you it's full.
That's low.
That's low.
Full.
And
Middle.
you're aiming for the middle.
No, it's in the middle at the moment.
Yeah, but that's what you're aiming for normally. In the
No,
middle.
a little bit higher.
Oh, okay. So are you going to put any in
Yes,
there?
I'm going to put some in. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. See, I'd have thought that was perfect, but I'm not an expert, as you can tell.
Well, neither am I.
Motorbikes were more my thing. That's my excuse. I was open to it.
Can't open it.
Oh, what? Teeth?
Mind my teeth.
Yeah, because you knock it. Is this going to become an outtake? Why is it so tightened up?
I don't know, darling. Okay. So that's where the oil goes. Open the Patronus. Got its own pourer in
That's
there.
handy.
So
Are you putting it all in?
no, about half. Right. Yeah, that's just about full now. See that?
Okay. So yes, it just comes to there, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Does it use much oil?
It does use more than I thought. You would think on a new vehicle it hardly use any, but it does seem to use some.
Is this the first time we've filled it up?
No, I've used half a can previously.
Right.
I've got to get some more now. Okay, so I'm gonna put some screen wash in. I'm not putting screen wash chemical in there because there's already quite a strong one in there. So I'm just topping this up.
So at this time of year, you'd put antifreeze type stuff in there.
Yeah, I can see that's full now. This one here is for brakes, brake fluid,
brake
but
But again, you can see.
yeah, you can see it, and it's not something I would get too involved with that.
No. It's important that they seem to use coloured stuff to put in these, so it's
Yeah.
see, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, well this one has got antifreeze built in,
Right.
so you wouldn't want to just add water ready. So I think now that's about it for the Fiat part of it. Done the tyres, done the oil, checked the water, put the screen wash in. That's about it really. But of course we've still got stuff to do on the cabin part of it.
Oh yeah. But it's good to see, get an overview of all the things you should do before a long journey.
Yeah.
Some people do it before any journey, but particularly if you're going a long way, I think it's extra important, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a bit lazy like that. I do it. Yeah, I don't do it as often as I should really.
But it does seem as though it makes it easy for you to check, doesn't it? When you open the
Yeah.
bonnet, it seems relatively easy.
Yeah, the water's not easy the engine coolant
No,
water. You have to
no.
take that cap off, and it's not easy.
You'd like to think it's a job that doesn't have to be done too often, otherwise
Yeah.
you'd think they would have made that easier
Yeah.
to do, but we'll have to see, won't we?
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Do you carry oil with you when we go?
Yeah.
Just in case we need it.
Yeah.
To top it up. So that's another good thing. And those little cans are quite handy.
That's why I buy them. Yeah.
Because you can probably buy bigger cans.
You can, yeah.
Might be worth doing that and decanting it into a small can, so you've always got a small amount. I don't know if it's cheaper.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, don't throw the can away.
Yeah. We're lucky that we've got a Fiat professional centre it's walking distance from here actually.
Yeah.
So I can get things like that really easily.
Yeah, excellent. What are we up to now then?
Right, now modern vehicles, all diesel vehicles that is, have what's called AdBlue. So it has to go in there. But there's a special filler neck. Service stations have the filler, but if you ever buy it, I bought it in a can. You have to buy the one with the right spout. You see that shaped?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have the right one, it won't go in there.
Right.
And it was just luck I got the right one really, but so I've heard some...
Different vans have different spouts.
No, I don't think so, but different AdBlue suppliers have different filler pipes. Yeah.
You seem to have to add this quite a lot.
Yeah, it probably won't take much this time because I filled it up a little while ago when we got back from Skye.
And how do you know when that one's full? It just stops going in.
Well, that's not so easy to be honest.
It's clear liquid as well, isn't it?
It comes out.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not going to put much more than that in.
Mm. And why do we have AdBlue?
It's something to do with the way it burns the diesel so that it's a greener burn.
Right.
Please don't ask me exactly why, I don't know.
No. But it helps with emissions, basically.
Yes, emissions, that's the word I was looking for.
Looking for emissions!
I just know to top it up, and I topped it up about 100 miles ago, so...
Yeah. Well, isn't it correct to say that if you don't do that, that the engine actually changes how it performs? It actually goes into a different mode, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about it, because what it does, it'll give you a warning on the dashboard if you haven't got enough in there to top it up.
Okay.
And then it gives you a more serious warning. It goes red, I think, and after that you can't
slap
drive.
Round the face.
Yeah, slap round the face. You can't drive it after that.
So what are we doing now then?
Just wanted to make sure that I'd emptied this, which, oh yeah, that's empty.
The old weight test.
Yeah. No, what I really wanted to see was that I'd put some water in there ready, so we're ready to travel.
This is an important one, this.
Yeah.
It should always be empty if you're going on a long journey.
Yeah. We've actually bought a second one of these cassettes so that we can go for longer.
Go for longer. we have found, haven't we, that if we're off grid, that is the thing. It's always you're always down to like the weakest link, and the weakest link for us is the toilet.
Yeah.
Sort of limited to 2, maybe 3 days with one cassette. So we're hoping.
Yeah.
Longer.
The waste is already drained, so that's already emptied.
See?
And I've got to top the water up now.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to go. I've got an extra bung on here because I noticed that some people's water inlets were getting absolutely filthy, but I've got this extra cover that I like to use.
So obviously you could use a hose pipe, we sometimes do.
Yeah, sometimes do. But it's actually quite a lot harder to judge how much you're putting in. Some people have bought flow meters.
Yeah.
But because we normally only travel with 25 litres, I just do 5 of these, which are 5 litre cans.
Yeah. And you kind of get a feeling, don't you, when you get used to camping, and you sort of get a feel for how much water you need.
Yeah.
We find that we know how much we get through and how much you need to get you to the next point where you are going to get water. That's kind of experience really, isn't it? Because the gauge isn't terribly good in the van, so you can't rely on that being
No, the gauge is pretty rubbish really. But I always put 25 litres in, and that seems to do us for a couple of 3 days.
Yeah.
One other little maintenance job is these locks, these extra security locks I had put on. They give you a little kit to keep them in good order. So every now and again, give them a little just to keep them in good order. So I'll just go around and do all 4 of those.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Now to add some LPG at the service station. Okay, do the Ferris bit.
Thank you for visiting EG today. Why not join the EG Loyalty Club?
Once connected up, it's just a question of pressing the button to fill it to maximum. It's all very simple really. Then comes the very painful bit about paying for the diesel. Then the last thing left to do is to head on out. Thanks for watching this video. Do please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.